The museum stood silent, the silence of shock. Empty frames mocked the crowd. The symphony of color, a masterpiece by the enigmatic artist known only as Maestro, was gone. Stolen. The audacity of the theft sent ripples through the art world. Whispers of disbelief turned into a clamor of speculation. Who would dare? Why take just one painting? The theft became an enigma, as elusive as the artist himself. Interpol launched a global investigation. Leads were followed, dead ends encountered. The painting seemed to have vanished into thin air. The symphony of color wasn't just a painting, it was a portal to another world. A symphony of emotions rendered in brushstrokes. Its disappearance left a void, a gaping hole in the artistic heritage of humanity. The stolen masterpiece became the stuff of legends, a cautionary tale whispered in hushed tones in the hallowed halls of art galleries and auction houses. Ethan, a young artist, felt a pull towards the story of the symphony of color. He devoured every article, every documentary. The stolen painting, though he'd never seen it in person, became an obsession. He felt a strange connection, an unexplainable draw towards the lost masterpiece. His own art, vibrant and full of life, began to reflect this obsession. He painted instinctively, driven by a force he couldn't quite grasp. Ethan's talent was undeniable. He quickly rose to fame, his art celebrated for its originality and depth. Yet Ethan remained haunted by the missing masterpiece, the unseen force guiding his hand. One day, an art critic, renowned for his sharp eye and even sharper tongue, visited Ethan's studio. He stared at Ethan's latest piece, a breathtaking landscape bathed in a golden light. His eyes widened, a gasp escaping his lips. It's impossible," he stammered, his gaze darting between the painting and a worn-out book in his hands. He opened the book, its pages filled with images of famous stolen art. His finger trembled as he pointed to a particular image. "The symphony of color," he whispered, his voice hoarse with disbelief. "Your painting. It's almost identical." Ethan's blood ran cold. The similarities were undeniable. The news spread like wildfire. Ethan, the art world's rising star, had unwittingly painted a near-perfect replica of a stolen masterpiece. The media went into a frenzy, speculating wildly about the connection. Ethan, overwhelmed and terrified, retreated further into himself, seeking answers in the silence of his studio. It was during this time that he received a mysterious invitation. A renowned art collector, known only as Mr. Smith, requested his presence at his private estate. Mr. Smith, a man shrouded in secrecy, was rumored to possess an unparalleled collection of art. Some whispered to be of dubious origins. Intrigued and desperate for answers, Ethan accepted the invitation. He arrived at the estate, a sprawling mansion hidden amidst a labyrinth of gardens and towering hedges. Mr. Smith, an unassuming man with sharp eyes and a disarming smile, welcomed him. "I believe," he began, his voice a low, cultured drawl, "that we have something in common, you and I." The mansion was a treasure trove of art, a testament to Mr. Smith's exquisite taste and, some whispered, his questionable methods. Ethan wandered through the labyrinthine corridors, each room a gallery unto itself, showcasing masterpieces from every era. Yet it was Mr. Smith's private collection that truly captivated him. Mr. Smith led him to a secret room, hidden behind an innocuous bookshelf. The air inside was heavy with the scent of old canvas and dust. The room was dimly lit, illuminated only by a single spotlight trained on a canvas draped in a velvet cloth. "This," Mr. Smith announced, his voice trembling with suppressed emotion, "is my life's work, my obsession." He removed the cloth with a flourish, revealing the painting beneath. Ethan gasped, his heart pounding in his chest. It was the symphony of color, the stolen masterpiece in all its glory. The colors seemed to vibrate, the brushstrokes alive with a raw energy that sent shivers down Ethan's spine. He was face to face with the legend, the painting that had haunted his dreams and guided his art. Mr. Smith watched Ethan's reaction, a flicker of sadness crossing his features. "You are talented, Ethan," he said. his voice barely above a whisper. "You captured its essence, its soul, even without ever laying eyes on it. But you are not the first." He paused, his gaze fixed on the painting. I too felt its pull, its undeniable allure. He then revealed a truth that shattered Ethan's world. Mr. Smith, the enigmatic art collector, was the maestro, the artist the world believed to be lost. He had faked his death, seeking refuge from the pressures of fame and the burden of his own genius. He had created the symphony of color as a final masterpiece, a farewell to the art world. But he couldn't bear to part with it. So he orchestrated its theft, disappearing with his creation, leaving behind the art world that he felt had betrayed him. The maestro, the artist he idolized, the phantom he had chased through his art, was standing right before him. And the stolen masterpiece, the object of his obsession, was not a copy, but the original, born from the hand of the man himself. The maestro, his shoulders slumped with the weight of his confession, turned to Ethan. "I lived a lie," he confessed, his voice thick with remorse. "I let my fear, my obsession drive me into darkness. I deprived the world of beauty, of the very thing that gave me life." He gestured to the painting. This was my redemption, my way of righting the wrongs. He had planned to reveal his secret after his death, to bequeath his entire collection, including the symphony of color, to the world. But seeing Ethan, witnessing his raw talent and genuine love for art, rekindled a flicker of hope within him. He saw in Ethan a kindred spirit, an artist untouched by the cynicism and greed that had poisoned the art world. The maestro decided to entrust Ethan with his secret, with his legacy. Ethan stood there, torn between disbelief and a growing sense of responsibility. The weight of the maestro's confession, the sheer magnitude of the trust placed upon him, was immense. He looked at the painting, its beauty radiating an almost tangible aura. He realized then the true power of art, its ability to inspire, to heal, to unite. He understood the maestro's pain, his isolation. He saw how easily fame and fortune could corrupt, how fear could drive even the most brilliant minds to darkness. But he also saw the maestro's redemption in his decision to finally share his gift with the world, to right the wrongs of the past. And he knew that he, Ethan, would be the instrument of that redemption. The maestro's confession was a turning point, not just for Ethan, but for the art world at large. The return of the Symphony of Color sent shockwaves through the world. The media went into overdrive. The art world erupted in a cacophony of disbelief and jubilation. Ethan, true to his word, revealed the maestro's secret, sharing his story with the world. He presented the painting not as his own, but as the maestro's final masterpiece, a gift to a world starved for beauty and truth. The painting, once a symbol of loss and mystery, became a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of art and the possibility of redemption. People flocked from every corner of the globe to witness the maestro's genius firsthand, to lose themselves in the symphony of colors and emotions that danced across the canvas. The art world, shaken to its core, underwent a period of introspection. The maestro's story served as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the true value of art and the dangers of letting greed and ambition overshadow creativity. The maestro, his true identity still a closely guarded secret, watched from the shadows as the world embraced his art once more. He saw the joy, the wonder, the sheer awe that his work inspired, and he knew that he had finally found peace. He had confronted his demons, atoned for his past, and in doing so had breathed life back into his legacy. Ethan, forever changed by his encounter with the maestro, continued to paint, his work now imbued with a deeper understanding of art's power and responsibility. He became a voice for ethical art practices, advocating for transparency and accessibility in a world often shrouded in secrecy and exclusivity. The painting, once lost, was found, its journey a reflection of the human experience itself, a tapestry woven with threads of passion, obsession, loss, and ultimately, the triumph of beauty and truth.